What's up, YouTube? It's Meltin Metal Anthony, and today we got a nice little field repair. Let me show you what they did to this roller packer. So if you look over here, you can see we had someone who wasn't too proficient with, I don't know what kind of welding that is. Oh, it's wire welding. Here's a little piece of wire. Probably just an undersized machine. And if you look right here, you can see that the pin is worn through. So the plan I have for this is to cut this out. I'm going to air arc gouge it, and then I'm actually going to flip it. And I'm going to weld it with the because this still has enough meat on it to roll on into this side. It's not going to be perfect, but it's as good as I can do with what I got. So the first thing I'm going to do is break these 4 bolts loose. I'm not going to take them all the way off. I'm just going to break them loose for now. All right, that one is loose. Good. All right. So all I'm doing is putting the wrench and leaning it up against this drum, so that way it kind of holds itself while I break the bolt loose here. We just got one more. We did the other 2. I ain't no damn mechanic, but sometimes you got to break a few bolts loose. I think that one's loose too. It was too easy. There we go. There it goes. All right. Now, oh, that one's stuck on there. We'll worry about that later. All right, guys, I'm gonna start gouging this out. I'm using 3/16 gouging rod. And yeah, we're just gonna push this stuff out, and once it starts to move, then I'll probably come over here with the skid steer and lift up on it. We need to break this off now. Use that LaserBest. This stuff's the best breaking, the best penetrating oil I ever used. Good little milestone there. That was the difficult part, getting this apart without breaking a foot or something. Got it laying on that. Oh shit. I think this thing goes deep in there. Huh. So I think we're gonna have to keep cutting this out and then try to pull it out. Huh. I don't know how this thing was built, so it's kind of tough to say. This is too thin though, this sidewall. That's part of the problem. That's why it broke in the first place. But we don't have any plate on the truck big enough to, because really what I would like to do is cut this out, cut these ribs completely off, and plate over a big, square or circle, doesn't really matter. Pop this hole in the middle, turn this pin around, and re-weld it. But the good news is it feels like it looks like we might have some more pin inside of the roller itself. So we can just stuff this worn out end in there. But let's get the torch out and start finishing hacking this apart. Maybe we can just pull this thing out to here, weld it in there as straight as we can, cut this, slip it into the bushing, clean all this up. Because I don't know what the fuck's going on here, but it gets bigger. It says you welded a piece of pipe on the outside or something weird. I'm wondering if it's like drill stuff. Take a look. Somebody's coming. I'm just going to kind of guess and say that it ends right here. It's hard to say. Got that dead on. There it goes. Yahtzee. We can take this thing, shove it in there, and then start welding up the cracks, welding this thing all out, and then we're in the home stretch once we get to that, you know. So before I do my final on this and I weld up all these little gouges and stuff, I'm going to see where this is going to land so I can also prep on the pipe. It's going to land like that. Just worst case scenario, it'll come about that far. So, all right, now that we figured out kind of roughly where it's going to lay, we're going to prep that area out, and then we're going to come back. We're going to start welding the grooves up that I accidentally gouged into this shaft. And then we're going to prep our area over there, weld it out. So we've got one side all filled in and smoothed out. Now we're going to weld up this side. I'm just using the Tarten B. It has an 80,000 pound tensile. It should be fine for this application. So I'm just going to fill these grooves in here, smooth it, and then it's going to be time for us to reconnect it to the roller. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and realign this thing. I'll tack it and then I'll pull it back apart. But I'm not going to actually bolt it in, just going to drop the bolts through. This needs to go up more. You can see that still isn't even right, but it's better than what it was. A lot better. We're just going to bring it up with the skid steer, and then we'll tack this in and then pull this all back apart and actually make our weld. So we got his line as close as we can. We're gonna just throw a couple of tacks on this thing and just do our best to get it as square in there as we can. All right, I've got most of the cellulose rod that I wanted to put down in. Now I'm gonna go ahead and switch to like a low hydrogen rod, Rock Mountain's version. It's Polaris A. The big difference is this has a way better elongation than your regular 7018, so it's great for this type of repair. The other thing is this has 95,000 pound tensile strength, so way stronger than 7018. We're gonna need it on this fucking turd, so let's go ahead and cap out some of this cellulose route that I did. All right, so I put as much lipstick on this pig as she'll take. I mean, it's way better than it was, but you know, I can only do what I can with what I got, you know, so, you know, and I'm not gonna go through and I'm not gonna cut every booger weld out on this thing. They don't want to spend $1 million on this, I guarantee you that. So we're just gonna do the best we can with what we got here. But I guarantee it'll last a little while. Probably not forever, but a little while. All right, so let's cut this patch piece. Let's make this patch piece, make this patch piece, weld it all together, and then bolt it up. Why you should flip your shield down when you're chipping slag, kids. That fucking really hurt. I'm glad I closed my eye in time. Okay, so now that I almost burnt my eyeball, I just have to make this little piece in here, and then we can bolt this back, flip it over, and then I'll finish the welding that's underneath here. I think I'm gonna need to grind some of this out, but I keep finding more and more cracks, but the juice just ain't worth the squeeze on this thing. This thing's fucked. You know, I'm not a magician. What the real way to fix this would be to cut this off and weld a whole new piece in here and reinforce it on the inside correctly, unlike whoever built this thing did. I mean, it's not a bad little tool, but it's just not been engineered right. Here nor there, let's finish our job. We're gonna roll this thing and get the bottom welds, but we're gonna reassemble real quick. And then, yeah, we're pretty close. All right, we've got it all put back together. It's as good as it gets. We're gonna go ahead and pop these bolts through. Yeah, I just need to redo these two welds and then that's it, we're done. Yeah, this has been a real fucking shitty one, but you know, it's in better shape than it was. So let's finish it. All right, guys, that's the end of this repair. It's as much lipstick as I can put on this fucking pig. It's fucking windier than shit. I don't know how well you guys can hear me, but If you like the video, like, subscribe, share, do the whole 9 for your boy. If you really like the video, head over to meltinmetal.net, get yourself an FR shirt. We might have gloves in by this point. Buy some of that crap. And if you do, you'll be entered to win my old truck, Caracol, if you need it. If you don't, you might just get some cool merch, right? And if you didn't like the video, remember, go fuck yourself.